We're live. Hello and welcome. This is Lager Than Life, a Bearded Button Bashers production. My name is Zach Blueball. This is JJ Abello, my partner in crime.
Hello.
And joining us today from Vortex Brewing is David Thomas.
Good evening.
What's up, guys?
Nothing much.
Go share some beers.
Just drinking some beer.
Drinking some
I
beers.
think it's going to be a good deal. So we're going to do a bit of beer tasting. We're going to taste some beer and talk about life. I think that's the best way to approach this.
Yep.
First off, we've got what is this? The Destil Brewing Wild Sour Blueberry Gose. Yeah. Let's
Is that how you pronounce that? Gose?
Gose.
So I feel like
It's Gosa.
Gosa?
Gosa, which I mean, it's actually just says ghost, but
Okay.
Gosa is actually the pronunciation. Believe me, I spent a lot of time trying to Google this and just finding videos of people saying it, just so I wouldn't sound like. Because I went to a brewery and said, "Let me get that ghost,"
Yeah.
and the guy went, "Gosa." I was like, I feel like an idiot. I better correct that.
See, I would have just thought it was goose, because goose sounds better. Blueberry goose.
Yeah, but
But no, and it's not goose either. It's just a ghost. Gose.
I just find it interesting. I feel like you have veteran beersmith.
Brewmaster.
Oh, brewmaster, sorry.
no, not brewmaster.
Well, brewsmith. But
Brewsmith,
more
for sure.
experienced at beer. And then even more, and then, the
Just
guy that
novice.
orders a
Brew novice.
a Budweiser.
Is that pronounced Miller Lit or
Yeah.
Miller Light?
How do you pronounce
Like when you
that?
play a video game, you gotta create a character. Level 1.
Yeah,
Pick the
exactly.
Class Brewmaster. Okay, you're level 1.
Yeah.
You're a brewmaster.
Exactly.
Well,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
It smells funky.
This is
Have you smelled it?
it's so.
It is a little.
It's a little funky, right?
Mhm.
Whew. Yeah. So Gosa.
Spinny show the wild sour.
Gosa is a German style beer. It's low alcohol.
Okay.
This one's 5.2, which is in the range of what a Gosa is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very small
Oh, man.
IBUs, like 11%. So 11 IBUs, which is nothing on the bittering chart. So it's not really going for bittering. It's going for sours.
Okay.
So a Gosa is basically a sour beer with sea salt, usually with salt added to it. So
And does that increase the sour or what? How does the sea
no,
salt
it's
affect
it's just different style. You'll taste this. You can taste the salt. Now I haven't tasted this one recently, but if I know anything about wild sours, the sour is there enough that you don't really notice the salt.
I feel like you get a little bit of the salt
I get
on the
salt,
front
I get
end,
the salt. Yeah,
but then it's like a sour, like
that's
full.
That's a good beer.
This is actually less
That's
sour
a
than I was
really
expecting.
good
Really?
sour.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely
really
had.
sour.
I definitely
feel
had
like-
a much sour one
Really?
at the yeah.
You ever had the Warhead candies?
Oh yeah, that's what
Yeah,
this is like.
That's what
Mhm.
this is. Like,
Yeah, it's
dip
Warhead,
this in
yeah.
there for a couple days.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
what this is. Yeah,
It's like a Zima that you throw Warhammer candies,
Zima.
Warhead candies at.
David,
Wow.
you're dating yourself.
I
Right
know
there.
I am, but
I remember my mother
Yeah.
trying some Zimas.
me too. I remember her trying them as well.
But
Yeah.
the blueberry, yeah, very good. Very tasty.
I love a Gosa, but this is
The sours,
I do love sours, but
It's a little.
it's like I have to keep drinking it because my mouth is dry. It's very dry.
Yeah, it's a very.
You gotta keep.
Yeah, it's almost like it reminds me of like some wines that I've had that are real.
Yeah,
The real kind of, almost a sour wine almost.
which I mean I do love. I love a
But-
good sour. This is to me is maybe over the top. But it's
There for me. I love the sours.
man,
So it's right there for me.
well, then you'll have to invite me back again, and I'll bring some other sours to you. And you know what? We'll do this one night. We'll just again another night, and we'll just I'll bring just sours,
Just sours.
Just sours.
Just sours.
Yeah, I'm done.
and then then you have a chance to try all the different sours
That's right,
and
yeah.
say, oh, I get it now.
We'll bring Old Man Blue Ball. He seems
Yes.
really like that. My
Yes.
father, he's super into the sours.
Yeah,
love that.
absolutely.
stuff.
I'll bring Jimmy Allen. He loves the sours.
Sour man.
He's a partner
Jimmy
with me, and
Yeah.
Mm.
we
So speaking of, we'll give a little plug here. Vortex Brewing, located in Ponca City. You guys are building up. There's four
of us. Yeah.
Four of you guys?
Myself, Jimmy Allen, Spencer Boatman, and Mark Spalding. Building a brewery in Ponca City, Oklahoma. And believe me, we're going to have sours on our menu at some point in time. We'll be making beer and serving beer on the premises. So
where did the name Vortex come from? Did you just wind up in a tornado one day?
No,
that was the end of it.
It was so. First off, you get four people. I don't care who they are. Four people to agree on anything is almost impossible.
Yeah.
That's a hard chore.
We're in that boat right now.
Yeah.
So we couldn't agree on a name, and Mark Spalding's fiance came in and said Vortex Brewing. And, well, Vortex, we're in Oklahoma. Personally, I've never seen a tornado in the 30, 40 years I've lived in Oklahoma, right?
What?
I
saw one last week.
I've never seen one.
What are you
I've
doing?
never seen one. I live in Ponca.
slacking off there.
We have Conoco, so that produces heat that doesn't allow. I believe that just doesn't allow tornadoes to reach us. So, which I'm fine with. I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah.
But then. She mentioned she said Vortex Alley. I went, yeah. She said Vortex Brewing, and Spencer added the alley because he felt that was appropriate.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, Tornado Alley.
He had to have his input,
Right.
which is fine. It's actually really worked out for us. So, and she said Vortex Alley, Vortex Brewing, and Vortex by its definition is as you said, is a twister, part of a twister.
Yeah.
When you go to do your wort, you cause a whirlpool, which causes a vortex down the bottom that sucks all the trash that you don't want in your beer to come to the middle of that section. It causes a vortex.
Really?
And then vortex, by its definition, is a center location that brings things to it. And so we thought, as for us, we'll be that location in Ponca City that brings people to
way
that.
Deeper name.
Yeah, that's
way deep, right?
That's way deep.
It was way deep. But the name for me, I was like, well, she brought it to me, and I went,
Yep.
I don't even know how I could not say no to this.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
So it was Mark and myself all agreed. We were agreed on it. And we finally got Jimmy to agree on it. Spencer was kind of off on the side going, I'm not sure. I said, look, we got to have a name before we can start filing paperwork with this. Before we start filing paperwork, we can be official, right?
Right.
So I went, either you come up with a better name in the next 24 hours or we're just moving on with this name. That's it.
Wow.
And nothing better came up, so we went with Vortex Brewing. It actually, it has really worked out for us.
I'm sure
The logo has been great for it. We love the logo. We love the name. Ponca City's completely behind us. Is awesome. So
yeah. And I just yesterday visited the location for their tap house.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh,
Amazing.
Like you wouldn't expect it to be in this location. Like I've been there multiple times since I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Pull around the corner, and then you just peek in just a little bit. You
Right.
see, there's some taps there. Oh, there's some wood paneling there. Yep, you can definitely distinguish it as a tap house,
Wow.
and it is going to be a cool location.
yeah.
Like I'm thinking about just getting an apartment over there, like right above that, just come downstairs.
Yeah, you have to be. There's good news. Like there are people who be living downtown, but you got to be 55 and older.
Oh, really?
So if your dad got a place over
There
there,
you go.
He's 53.
Oh,
Not even
2 more years.
Not even my dad, man.
2 more years.
That's funny. So this may be a dumb question, but
No.
all right. So what I've seen so far with my limited experience with sours, they're very similar in some ways to a cider. In some ways, like I feel like
by taste.
Yeah, well, by like the dry, like especially like the drier ciders, and the taste is not. I mean, not the same, but it has a lot of the same.
You're right. A proper cider. Now, you can go to any store and buy a cider, and they throw sweetener on the back end to make it more friendlier.
Kind of like the
enjoy.
Reds, Apple,
Sure.
and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, all
No.
those,
Which
okay.
is
Right. Well, because I was that
But-
cider booth that I spent I
Yeah.
tasted all of theirs because I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this is they were real nice.
Yeah. Luca's over. Luca. I'm dropping his last name. Luke from, like, he's the one building the cider. But awesome offerings. You know, I was like, I tried all those beers and cider. You know, I had someone ask me a question. They said, "Well, can I make a cider with peach? With just peach?" And I went, "Yeah." No, then it's no longer a cider. And there's like a cider has to have apples. That's why it's a cider. That's just what that's the definition.
That's the base, right?
Yeah.
That's okay.
So, cider.
Kind of pears? Cider?
That's a different name, and I am not educated enough to remember what that was. My friend Larry Kitchell he made one.
Right.
It's like
That's closely related.
I wouldn't call it spider, but no, that's not
A
it.
spider?
No, it's not it. Don't
Right.
don't quote me on that. Don't own that.
Cider man. Cider man.
Cider man. But
Cider
it sounds
man.
cool.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but they were saying that he made one with a pear, and he makes tons of cider. Some of the best cider I've had. Seriously, when you come to Ponca,
Okay.
or next time I come up, I'm gonna bring some of his ciders because there's some he hops them. He experiments across the board.
Really?
You know, I brewed with him the first time a year ago, and he is just him and his wife both are just. You know, I was telling you about his wife who won 3 of the competitions or 3 of the categories in our brew competition. Mm-hmm. She just started brewing in like October.
Wow.
And so
Winning all the competitions.
and she's
Steamrolling.
He's
So
been hiding all the talent.
yeah, so they brew in fact, they're brewing today. They brew every weekend, probably 2 or 3 times a weekend. He's making ciders all the time, but they're always experimenting. And that's important. You should always experiment. You should always find, because in experimentation, you'll always find what you're looking for. Always.
Right.
Well, I was surprised because at that one booth, they had a white pepper.
Yeah.
And that one was like,
It was the spicy
yeah,
cider,
it was kind
right?
of a slight spice
Really?
cider. Yeah. Oh, it was
I missed that one.
Yeah, it was like it was like a real white, just kind of.
That was the one where I actually got some like peppery.
It was,
taste.
but it was good. Like it had slight green notes, a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it was. I was surprised because I was like, oh, pepper cider.
Yeah.
I was like,
You
I
know,
don't know.
The only limitation you have is your imagination. Whatever you can imagine, you can make. And it may sound silly, it may sound stupid, but make a beer. Seriously. I mean, I made a ESB, which is an extra special bitter. But I used black pepper.
Really?
Black pepper. You know, and I say I don't like saison, and I use and it tastes. It smelled when we were making it. It smelled like steak.
A steak beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, he found a steak beer.
Now I
We
don't.
found what we wanted.
It was one of those things, though. Like we talked about this earlier. When I first initially drank the beer, I didn't like it,
Right.
and we had it out. But then we made 10 gallons, so 5 gallons went. Everyone loved it. I was not a fan of my own beer, right?
Wow.
So I'm like, whatever. So someone said, no, it's really good. You got to try it again. So when I get to the second keg of it, which is, it's been a few weeks,
Right.
and it was delicious. And sometimes beer just changes,
Yeah, it just ages well.
ages well.
You're a victim of that.
Uh,
beer.
yeah. Well, that's just
It's coming in just
that
right. Just
that
coming
that
in.
and these.
Oh, those glasses.
Yeah.
The glasses
So-
do help.
So then, with like traditional, is it only keep aging as it's in the bottle, or is it keg, or
You
does
know,
it keep changing?
so IPAs are highly hot beers. You know, they're best when they're fresh.
Right.
So when you get an IPA, it's best when it's coming out of the bucket, man. When it's coming out of whatever you're doing, the fermenter. When you're getting this after the secondary, sometimes don't even just get it going, and then the fresher the better is an IPA always.
Okay.
An IPA that may age for a period of time doesn't really stand the test of time. It will, If
Okay.
you drank this one when you first got it, and then you drank it 6 months later, believe me, you're gonna love what you first got. The other one's not so much.
Really?
But like a stout,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, man, it's just better. It's just better,
Just
a
better.
little bit older. We
So
got,
sorry, go ahead.
we got the Belgian that we've aged for 2.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
oak aged Belgians, and believe me, I liked it in the beginning, but I really like it now. It's really good. It's like I was like, just aging it made, and it's 2.5 years old. It's just really good.
Wow.
But you can do that with a 9.5% beer.
right.
You can age that stuff for.
So
for
with
a while.
that though, as a up and coming brewery, do you have stuff that you've just had on the back wall for 2 or 3 years that you're going to be producing or like selling, or is it going to be kind of a
It gets complicated because you can only sell what you make within the brewery.
Okay,
So
right,
at
right.
that address is what you have. So you're
Right.
you're
so
limited.
newer you can't?
Yeah, so you're limited to what you make there.
Okay.
So aging process is going to be a little bit harder to do, but we're going to make beer that we're going to age longer.
Okay.
There will be special releases that we will do on bottles, like special bottles
Okay.
that you buy at the brewery. But I mean,
Right.
as far as it goes, man, we're going to. We'll get into souring. We'll get into barrel aging. We're going to get
Very
into whiskey barrel aging. Bourbon barrel aging.
That's
where it gets
cool.
fun.
That's awesome.
That's where it gets fun.
So,
But you need the time,
Right.
And since we're so new and the location is so new, we have to build to that. So,
right.
I mean, our philosophy has been since we started this thing, we'll grow as we go. We'll start here, start where we need to go, and then we'll just keep building.
Right.
And that's the way you should do it.
Okay, we have a icebreaker question here.
Okay.
This is a random question. I've had a bunch of them submitted to us.
Random questions.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. He's a big famous Twitter person.
Oh,
So a whole bunch of random questions have been submitted to us, and we've selected the one.
Okay.
And the icebreaker question
Did you Twitter this, Melanie?
is wow. Okay.
What?
I'll throw this to you first, JJ.
Okay.
If you could go anywhere in the future or the past, where would you go and why? That's your icebreaker question.
I was
Wow.
add naked in the back of my head. Different question. Where would you go? Naked.
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 Dave Gwynn taught me that. Just-
Naked.
I am a big Marvel fan, so I would probably go back to 1964, release date of Spider-Man. Maybe try and get in while the getting's good in the Marvel Studios type deal. I think that'd be awesome. Which is kind of like a off the wall question. I've really never thought of that though.
Oh, it's an interesting one.
And also, would you be coming back or would you be stuck
Oh,
there
yeah, that
forever?
is
Because that
big
would really,
question.
It's open.
you know,
That really-
air
It's
conditioning is
open, that's
really
it.
important to
Yeah.
me. So
Well.
somewhere with air conditioning
Yeah.
would have to be a must if I was going to be stuck
Air conditioning is
there.
important.
just move some. Just if you're going to port in time, just make sure it's cooler as climate. So.
I mean, I'm going in the future, but like 50 years. That's it.
50 years.
Yeah,
50?
not too
Just
much.
50 years.
Just a little bit, just to see. Oh yeah, what's the iPhone 9 look like? I don't know.
So we're going forward.
Yeah, a little
Forward
bit.
back.
Just see what it's like, you know.
I don't know. I like to know for sure where I'm going. So
Maybe there'll
history,
be a good Batman movie. By then.
What?
maybe. There's been a couple of good ones.
There's been some good Batmans, but not
Yeah.
some good Batman movies.
Okay.
Hmm.
How about yourself?
You know, I love the history of beer. Beer is my passion, so I think about beer a lot. And I would go back to before the Revolutionary War. And what used to happen is that they would get together and brew pubs, and they would talk about what they were going to do, about what they felt they were being slighted or anything like that, and they would fight, and they would get drunk, get mad, actually just cause a war.
Right.
But I think I would love to go back to that time, own a brew pub, and just see how they operated.
Like George Washington. He was the largest distiller
Yeah.
in the country. at the
Really?
time. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I
really
did not
into
know
his
that.
whiskey. Like,
Yeah.
really into his whiskey.
Benjamin
Yeah.
Franklin was a huge wine and beer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Those guys, they're
There's a lot of history.
Early
A lot of history in beer.
entrepreneurs,
A lot of
yeah.
history in beer.
Yeah.
And beer's, American history is built on a lot of beer. So.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's pretty cool.
Coming now, with Ponk City, the idea comes from the thinking of that early time where neighborhood breweries, people getting together, coming here, talk about anything, talk about their life, talk about politics, talk about sports, talk about whatever. But the neighborhood brewery was where people came to do that, and the brew pubs, in the early 1700s. And I think that's, to me, I think about that. Talk about that. We were actually talking with my wife about that on our trip over here today. And I was like, it's just amazing to me. I would love to have that experience so I can understand what to drive for at all time. And they were making, and back then they weren't making beer that's carbonated. It was beer tea.
Yeah, beer tea.
I don't even know if it's cold. It was serious. Here's some lukewarm beer tea.
Hot beer tea. Yeah. Sour would be tasting pretty good about now, I think.
I'm pretty sure sour is just a common thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't by choice either.
Affected,
It wasn't by design.
Yeah. Man.
This is, I think, maybe getting slightly more sour as I go. Like, it's just,
Actually,
It
it's
does.
easing on me.
really.
Mm.
I'm getting more sour.
I'm getting. Well, I think maybe it's the dry as well. Like,
Yeah. So,
I keep like drinking more, and I'm like,
I was
it's
talking to
so dry.
my friend Larry Kitchell, and he was talking to a brewery. He was up in Colorado a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And he was talking to up there. I think I don't know if he's Avery's or Fat Tire.
Wait, Martin Luther. Wait, what was that? What? Thoughts on the matter? Whoever. Prove that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
Beer is the proof. Yes.
Beer is
Actually,
the proof.
that's a common quote, but
Yeah.
it's not. He didn't mean beer. He never meant beer. He was talking about wine.
Oh, okay.
Ben didn't really say that, and the quote is paraphrasing and taking poetic liberty regarding wine.
It sells
It was actually about wine.
It was about wine.
Oh,
really?
no.
So it just sells a lot of shirts.
Huh.
So, but it was about alcohol, and it was just cool that he did make beer. Don't get me wrong, but his love was wine, so he did that. But regardless, it was the taverns. It was the
Right.
taverns. It was the pubs. It was the things like that. So,
Right.
so they we were. Larry Kitchell said that what you need to do. He goes, when you get a sour.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, the first taste of sour is kind of off-putting to you. He goes, you got to drink it for a couple minutes. You got to keep 4 or 5 drinks, and then your palate gets used to it, and then it's less offsetting to you, and actually, it will become enjoyable. He was told that by either Avery Brewing in Colorado, or he was told that by not Tired.
Oh, fat. Is it?
Fat Tire.
Yeah, Fat Tire.
Tire. Yeah, not Tired Hands is in Pennsylvania.
Well, I don't.
Left hand.
Maybe I'm just like, maybe it's like more like sinking in.
I think your palate is getting used to the sour because your palate's not made to say, hey, let me take this sour in, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So when it goes, it just gets adjusted to it.
Right.
It's just a warhead, man.
I mean, it's like whiskey. No one should drink whiskey, but after a while, your palate will just get used to it, or you get so drunk you don't care no longer.
Right.
So we got another set of beers coming along.
Okay.
I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is the one you hadn't tried yet, right?
Yeah, I haven't tried this one.
All right.
Dave hadn't tried it either.
No, I did. I tried
I
one.
tried it earlier.
Tried it
Yeah.
I actually quite enjoy. I hadn't tried it before tonight though.
This is a Coop Ales Saturday Siren.
It's a dry hop pills. Now, I will be honest to tell you, I'm not a pills fan. I never have been.
Ooh. Really pretty can though.
Yeah.
I mean, some good artwork.
But,
Very
I'll explain it later. But it's got 47 IBUs, which is not it's in the range of a pale ale. and the alcohol is 5.4, so it's pretty small in the alcohol, which is good. I mean, so you want rinse?
Yes, please. Maybe. Only because that was. I feel like it may
Sour.
be it may be
Really
a differentiating
sour, yeah.
flavors there. All right, so first thing I noticed, it's a very like pine. Like that's what I like immediately.
Really?
Smell the pine.
Do you have the pine on it?
Yeah, I mean that's just the scent. I don't know. I mean, flavor like I don't know flavor wise.
It's much better in a glass. When you,
I get the
I will
hops.
always
get the
tell.
hops
I will
out.
tell everyone all the time, and it maybe it's the beer snob in me, but drinking from a glass or drinking from a mug, it amplifies the experience of the beer. Always will. It always will. This right here is not made for you to smell the beer, right?
Oh right.
You always get the aluminum.
So you're not going to get that smell,
Okay.
and aroma is part of the, is it's going to give you the flavors and the flavors in it. So you
Right.
yeah, smell it. So I mean, it smells delicious to me.
Yeah.
Coop is doing
The hops
Coop
have-
has been doing good stuff for a long time. They were like one of the first breweries and one of the
See,
first
I just get a
craft
lot
brewers
of
in
pine.
Oklahoma.
I mean, not like
Really?
too much pine, but
So,
maybe I'm just not used to what
I'm not-
like
I mean-
hops.
I'm not getting pine, but I'm getting something.
Well, it's like similar
I
to
do
pine.
get like a spicy hops.
Maybe I just don't know what hops smell like. Maybe
Is it a Citra? What
Yeah.
hop is that?
I don't know.
I just get a slightly spicy.
Oh, that's really good though.
It's really smooth. It's really
It doesn't taste like pine.
Yeah, it's really smooth. It's like this is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you would call a 5.4% beer. It's like what most people would consider an all-day
And all day.
beer. You can just drink that beer, right?
Wow.
I mean,
That's,
it's
like,
really
that's
tasty,
really good. Yeah.
It's tasty.
refreshing. You can drink that at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Give one to your mom.
Yeah, that's not harsh. There's no like
Yeah.
bam, which is good because I'm still a beginner beer drinker. So some of those like really, huh?
I was just going to introduce you a little bit. JJ here is a master barber.
And I am.
He has done thousands and thousands and thousands of hours giving people a great haircut.
That's right.
And yeah,
And hence I'm the only one wearing the ball cap for some
If you-
reason. I don't know.
If he made just house calls to Ponca, maybe a different story.
Yeah.
well,
Like a mobile haircutting.
if you like
Really?
my haircut, this is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't like my haircut, that guy's over there. I don't know. I like it. We're going for a kind of Vikings look. You watch the History Channel Vikings?
You talking about the TV show?
Yeah, yeah.
I've watched the first season, and we're gonna.
That's everybody.
And my
It's
wife,
everybody.
My wife is no. I just lost track. I got busy
Right.
doing
Yeah.
a thing. But my wife
I
is,
feel you there.
she's part Viking.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Yeah. So
You can actually tell, yeah.
yeah,
that's eventually what he's going for.
We're going to
that top.
braid it up.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get really extreme. Just
Yeah.
like very.
Like
Very
the gray Viking look, like the hair with
don't know
haircut,
what the
like
gray-
shaved here on the side,
Yep.
up here with a ponytail pulled back. Not a man bun. I'm not doing a man bun.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Just the
Everything
pull
but the
back.
gray.
Yeah, I'm gonna go gray. There's
That'd be good.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm
An
not-
elder. I like to be called an elder.
Oh, an elder. Elder Dave.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your pseudonym?
I don't know. What is it?
You know your pseudonym.
What is
Is a
what is that?
what is your your Star Wars name?
Sure. Oh, well, it's several. I had like Keeg Reapus and Lucky
Keeg,
Lou
Keeg.
and
Keeg,
Lucky
you're
Lewis.
Keeg, you're Keeg.
Keeg Reapus.
Keeg Revis.
Which is just because I'm lazy. It's just super geek backwards.
Is that really what it is? Is
That's what it is.
that really what it is?
That's really what
I've looked up to you since I was like 10. I don't know what to do now.
Oh, that's
It's just
great.
super geek backwards.
That
Super
is-
geek.
that makes it even better. I feel like that's really good.
Man.
Because then only if you notice it, then you're probably
So mine, you've seen mine around. You read it at least, right? Rashiwi,
Yeah.
right? That was a Star Wars Galaxies random generated name.
Yeah.
It's stuck forever. Sells t-shirts and stuff.
No, what did Gwen say? What was your name?
Oh, well, no.
You had another name. What was it?
I had another name.
What was it?
Sosuke.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one he
What?
told me
Man,
today.
why does that one stick?
What? Which one?
Sosuke.
Sosuke.
Sosuke?
Yeah, that's the one he told me. He was like,
Yeah, but 5 years later, that ended up being the Naruto name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, no, I can't do that.
he goes. I was asking Dave today. I was like, I know him, and when he talks to like he knows me, he goes, it's Sosuke from Cops. Like, oh yeah. Once he says the play name, like your non-real name, I get who you are. Like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, I feel safe now. I'll go.
Well, see, the Rashibi name I didn't use
I've never heard
that
that
much
one.
back then.
No,
It's very unique, right?
Yeah, there's no other one.
Like you Google
Twitter,
it,
Facebook,
you see my face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
really?
kind of
It's
why
like
I
a
kept
first
it,
thing.
right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very like buildable brand.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's multiple JJ's barbershops across the
Well,
country.
and Sosuke was literally the dude from Naruto.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kind of screwed on that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Sosuke. So that's not the name you preferred.
No. Like my Twitch name. Yeah, Google Rashibi. Yeah, and he'll
He don't know how to spell it.
He knows how to spell it.
Oh my goodness! There's
Sure.
your face.
Yep.
You even have T-shirts.
Yeah, pull that up on the thing.
Like you made T-shirts for yourself.
In fact, I almost wore it today, but I felt like that would be a little bit vain. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried not.
Yeah, there's my face right there. To the
Oh, I
right.
see it.
Yeah, click that. That's me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's your
But
haircut.
that's your new face.
Yeah,
this is
that's the new face. That's the new face. I feel like he has probably a side.
Oh,
Oh, there he
there's
goes.
an
There's an older one right there. Right
There's an
there.
old
I see
face.
it.
Oh yeah.
Down at the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom. Oh, that's red alert. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, there's old or young Zach, I guess.
Young
technically.
Zach, right down there.
Click on
I
young
see it.
Zach.
Not the cartoon
Producer.
one. The other.
It's not that long ago. That's his house. That's his
Wow,
house.
it's not even young Zach. It's
Yeah.
just Zach from a couple years ago, I guess.
Without
year?
the Viking haircut. That's all that is.
You look really good now.
Yeah, thanks. Man. I appreciate that.
Do y'all need
The
a
beard
moment? Do y'all need a
accent.
moment? Do I need
No.
to step away?
Yeah.
No, I just meant that he maybe didn't look as good back then. That's mostly what I'm.
What does that mean? I look fine. Look at him.
I mean, yeah,
Whatever.
you know,
Alright.
I feel like you look more distinguished now, though. The beard and the,
You did that haircut too.
I know, but you know, you told me to, so
I don't know.
I give my clients what they want. So
Yeah, well, it happens.
no, I mean that looks good.
If
There's
you need a
nothing wrong.
barber, I mean, this
It's
dude's
a
out
long
there.
way. If he's travel, I would.
Technically, my dad also he has a barbershop in Talkwall.
Not as
So,
hip.
Yeah, but he's a good
Yeah.
barber though.
I've
that's pretty
gone to
good.
the same. Like I went to the same bar since I was 7 years
That's my
old,
name.
Really?
That's my name.
and then I went.
That's so creepy.
I moved to Pennsylvania, and I didn't know how important that was.
Oh yeah,
And then I moved to Pennsylvania, and I got there, and I was like, I had needed a haircut, and I'm like, I have no clue where to go. I was like sitting on, or the Supercuts, I think, is where I wound up going.
Man,
Yeah.
we've all been there, man.
yeah.
So like, this is sad.
A funny thing, when I moved to Colorado, my dad had always cut my hair, being a barber, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I was like, I don't know anyone that cuts hair here.
It gets serious.
Yeah, and
when
I'm like,
when
so-
you haircut, you're
Yeah.
like, this is serious now.
Yeah, and I was working at a barbershop, so I for like 3 months did not cut my hair because I was observing the other people that were working, and I was like, all right, now I have faith enough in this one person to cut my hair because I didn't
That
want a
guy-
butcher job.
Yeah, that guy's good enough.
That guy's good enough. All
Yeah.
right, you got the JJ okay, you know?
JJ, okay, you should brand that.
Well, wait, you lived in Colorado,
Yeah,
and this is really your first
yeah,
introduction to craft beer.
yeah,
That's the saddest thing I ever heard.
it really is.
Of the whole day, that's the
Yeah.
sad because there's so much craft beer in Colorado.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going up in 2 weeks.
Oh,
In 2 weeks,
so much craft beer.
I'm going. So yeah, I had
Go. Where are you going?
Colorado Springs is where I'm going to.
If you anywhere near Avery
Okay.
and you're digging the
That's
sours.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of these. Yeah, that's these guys, right?
No, that's the scoop.
Or
the
the
scoop.
distill, right?
No, Avery. We don't have any of it here.
That's they get the raspberry one, right?
No, Avery is.
I
They
don't
do
know,
some.
we tried it.
Avery does some really crazy beers. Like they did one called Metastopheles. It's a 17% stout.
Woo.
And you need to age. Well, like if you bought one today, you need to, and it was this year, you need to age it for the next 5 years.
Oh my God, that is commitment right there.
Because it's so stout, it's so strong. You're suddenly going. I mean, it's like eating your ribs from the night. It burns.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
So you really want to age it. I had one from 2012 and 2014, and the 2012 smelled like it was going to have the strongest alcohol. The 2014 smelled milder.
Right.
By taste, they were like the 2012 was so much smoother. Which I mean by it just felt like I was drinking gasoline.
Right.
The other one felt like
Only gasoline.
Felt like I was drinking gasoline mixed with like some other flammable liquid, acid. It was like oh my goodness! But they actually make really good beer. Don't.
Right.
I'm not trying to persuade you.
But you do need to age.
They make some great sours.
I took a picture. Yeah, there it is, right there. One of my
Avery,
favorite beers.
right there.
I drank 100 beers and I took a picture of that one. Yeah.
They only had like one beer left.
How do we get them closer?
That close. Go to camera. Oh, okay. I was gonna say go to camera
It's
2.
Avery Brewing.
Out of Colorado. They're actually.
It was
it
the
in Avery?
raspberry sour. That was it.
They
That was
make
the one.
So they make amazing sour. So a cool story about that, which is attached to Oklahoma. The gentleman who is opening Stone Cloud Brewery in Oklahoma City, what used to be an Avery Brewer.
Really? So he moved.
He's from Stillwater. He went to college in Colorado.
Okay.
He got a job as a brewer. He got a job at Avery, doing whatever. Wound up working his way up to be a brewer, and now he's opening Stone Cloud. Seriously, making some of the best beers.
Really?
I'm not lying. I got to sample some of their beers at a Rare Beer Festival. At this festival, I got to talk to him for a long time. Sample the beers, amazing beers. It's
That was our favorite.
He made a pineapple sour. They made the apricot sour. And then
I bet the apricot was great.
They blended both of them together. It was called a fruit salad sour.
Oh my God.
It was so good. Melanie?
Yeah.
Yep. See?
Yeah.
Yep.
Off
Yep.
camera.
The wife says, yeah.
Yep.
She actually loved it. She was telling people about it. So I'm telling you, it's really good beer. They're doing good stuff. And
Wow.
That's going
Okay, so is it
in Oklahoma?
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Stone Cloud's going to be in Oklahoma, and that's
awesome.
That's the coolest thing. And the cool thing about craft beer just across the board is that craft beer makers are trying to help other craft beer makers.
Right.
It's a good community.
It is a great community, and they're always trying to help the other ones. John Elkins from Elk Valley, Andrew Whitney from Calabria. They're all. When I reach out to them and talk to them, they're just fed us full of information. Just helped us along as far as when we had the next step. They're right there to tell us what we expect. So, I mean, craft beer as a whole across the board is just helpful.
So I got to ask, like, what's your day job?
I work I'm a transportation supervisor.
What does that mean?
I send trucks to locations to make deliveries.
So what do you actually like do day to day in English?
I make sure trucks go deliver product from our warehouse
So you're like on a headset?
to a store.
You're on a headset like all day?
No.
No? You making calls?
No, I'm on the phone.
No?
Yeah, I am on the phone a
You're on
lot.
the phone?
Yeah, I am on the phone. Yeah.
Making sure they do the right thing?
Yeah, I'm actually considered the a-hole of our group.
Oh.
like it's not like they think I'm the meanest one there. And I said I'm not mean. I'm just trying to do my job. So,
But you're how long you been in that?
25 years. Yeah.
It's a long time to do anything, right?
I thought about the other day, to do anything for half your lifetime is pretty amazing.
Are you good at it?
I believe I'm good at it. Yeah, sure.
Very good. You ready to?
Do the brewery?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just ready to stop, like ready to move on to something else.
No.
in general?
See, people have asked me. They said, when you get the brewery up and running, are you going to quit? And I went, no. For one, I have health benefits. I have insurance
Well,
at my job, which
It helps. Yeah.
the brewery's not going to offer that right away.
Right.
So I gotta pace myself. But yeah, I hope that I look at the brewery as an opportunity to solidify my retirement.
Very nice.
Well, how do you
It's a
wake
fun
up one day
retirement.
though and just go from that 9 to 5 guy to that brewery guy? Like
I didn't.
when do you think that? Oh wow, that could be my job. Wow, I could actually make money doing that long term. Because that's important. Like when you transition from, well, yeah, I like doing this because I'm homebrew. You
Sure.
tasted some of my terrible homebrews.
Good. No,
Is that-
not terrible. I'm not a Saison fan. That's not because of
Apparently-
you. That's not because of you. Believe
Apparently,
me.
none of us are Saison fans.
Well, it happens. But you move from that, like, kind of awkward hobby to something you want to do for the rest of your life.
It came to. We didn't just kind of just start thinking, "Hey, we're going to do this. We're gonna make a brewery." We thought about this long before. The thinking was always, "Hey, we got to have a brewery consisted of this big. You got to have these big tanks, big things, this
Right.
big canning line, this big bottling line," and that was true. You did have to have these things. Up until August of 2016, when the law changed.
Yeah.
When the law changed,
So we're in Oklahoma. So
Yeah.
a little brief rundown. All the liquor laws changed, so you all of a sudden didn't need to be this major distributor to
Really?
put down cold brews.
I didn't-
If you want to give
Correct.
a little
So-
more
so
insight here.
how it worked out, you couldn't sell High Point beer.
Mm-hmm.
You could give it away as a sample up to 12 ounces. And you could give no more away to that person, right?
Wow. Okay.
So the law changed in August, I think 24th of 2016.
right after election day.
Okay.
So
If you're a Trump fan, right after the day of your
No,
the
it's-
day of the
it's-
promised land.
it's-
If you're against Trump, the day of the reckoning. Whatever, doesn't matter.
So they in August 24th they passed the law that allowed us to brewers.
Uh-huh.
I won't say us yet, but
Right.
but they allowed the brewers to what they make up to 16% they could sell from their tap room.
Oh.
So we were following this very closely. The law actually passed in May. It went into full effect in August, and when it passed in May, we was like, "All right, we're in. We're going to do this, right? Because we could make beer
Right.
and just sell from the tap room. We don't have to distribute. We can just do what we, just make the beer and do what we do now. We just so other than giving away, we're charging people for it. So we started putting that plan in effect. In mid-August, it had come down that the definition had not been really
Fleshed out.
confirmed.
Oh,
So
okay.
Wasn't clear enough.
so they were saying we couldn't sell High Point beer.
Oh.
And it was like a week before it was supposed to go into effect. It was a panic mode, believe me. I was sending emails and text messages to everyone I knew to get confirmation. It finally came down, seriously, like the Attorney General of Oklahoma said that's what the intention of the law was. They're going to sell full strength beer.
So that means you didn't have to distribute it.
We don't have to distribute.
As far as okay, so that was the current law before that.
You had to distribute anything over 3.2. Yeah.
So
Wow.
explain it, tap room.
Well,
Tap-
what, yeah,
Tap room is
a lot of people.
it's a location where people can come and buy the beer that you make. So
So it's a bar, but it's your stuff, right?
it is our stuff.
Okay,
It's
only
actually,
your stuff.
Actually, only our stuff.
okay. Now,
And-
could you
and-
carry other stuff if you chose to, or are you not allowed?
No, we can if we want to go through that process.
Okay.
But right now, I want to focus what
Yeah.
we're
That
doing.
would,
Right,
that
of
would
course,
make you
yeah.
a bar.
To? Okay.
Right.
Okay. Right.
And I call this a tap room because I don't consider this a bar.
Right.
we're not going to be open until 2 o'clock in the morning. We're not going to serve. We're going to keep it into a reasonable thing. And it's about the craft of the beer. It's about people who are there to enjoy the craft of the beer, drinking the beer, enjoying what they're drinking, talking to us. We're talking with them, sharing the experience, sharing how it goes in the process, sharing like this moment right here. We're talking about the craft of beer.
Right. So it's more like a cigar lounge. Or
Sure.
like basically more of a like the lifestyle of like
Process,
brewing and a process.
the
and all
process, the
Instead of just going to
learning.
drink.
It's a process of learning,
Okay.
and people. When I find that people, when they're educated about what they're consuming, it makes it where it's easier to consume. You're having a better time consuming it.
Well, on the last one, I wouldn't have noticed like the sea salt, like the salt,
Yeah.
like slight flavors.
Yeah, unless you point it out. Yeah.
But when you pointed it out, I was like, oh, that first sip, I was like, oh, there is like a slight salt. I mean, because I feel like there's a lot of things that I don't realize that, like, if you say, okay, you're tasting this, and I'm like, oh, that's what that kind of flavor is.
It gets, to craft beers so detailed. There's so much going on with it. There's so many things you can do. It's crazy what you can do. It truly is unlimited. You can't just have a one beer.
Right.
Right? You can't just have. I can't have one type of beer. That's not it. Right.
Right.
I can give you anything that my mind can create. So if I want to make a bacon beer,
Right.
I guarantee you I can make a bacon beer.
I have seen some out there. I've never tried a bacon.
They're delicious.
Beer. Yeah. do they still have like the beer? I mean, like it's just like bacon notes, or what? I mean, it just depends, I
The
guess.
smokiness,
Is it bacon infused? Like, how does that work? Because I've seen a couple like
bacon infusers? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Which I was like, that's amazing.
You could do that too. You could have a Randall and infuse some bacon, cereal.
Wow.
It really comes down to like, I could take this base beer and do a billion other things with it.
Wow.
And it's not really. I could add a coffee bean to it. I could add a different. And you know how many different coffee beans there are?
No.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I could add some coffee to that'd make this beer a different kind of beer. And you're going, oh wait a minute, that's really good.
Right.
And it's a different beer. And it's like, well, it's the same base beer, but well, this has this on it. Oh, you're right, it does, but now it's a different beer.
Right.
And it's unlimited. The yeast, the wood, the hops. It's so vast, your mind can't wrap around it. You think I got an understanding? No, you don't.
Right.
I don't have an understanding.
Well, and even then, you're like, okay, this is a bacon beer, and then there's maybe thousands of different ways to do a bacon beer, or
this
flavors.
Past winter, I made a maple bacon coffee beer.
Man.
Breakfast stout.
Wow.
Pancakes.
That's like
that's
great.
That's it. Pancakes.
That's
Barber.
amazing. Oh man. I'm glad these aren't too high alcohol content because
These glasses are beautiful, by the way.
Hey, thank you.
I'm just impressed. Like, I would have never looked at this and been like, this is 17 ounces.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm like, this feels like maybe.
Yeah, you get a pint and some headroom. You just like, oh, that's awesome. Like
And it's still like, I mean, literally the height of a can, which is like surprising to me.
Well, we did a little magic trick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So we went to the craft brew festival, and we said, okay, they served us all these 1 ounce shots,
Yeah.
And they served us all that. Then I ordered some 5 ounce tasting glasses, right? Let's get the camera on these.
Yeah.
On me. These were the tasting glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it had an emblem
5
on
ounce.
them.
These are 5
Well,
ounce.
yeah, no, these are the ones he ordered.
These are 5 ounce, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, I got to looking at these and I was like, that's
How's
pretty
it?
small.
Right.
I don't really know what's going on here. So I grabbed the tasting glasses that we had for the Brewcraft, the Oklahoma City Craft Brew Festival, measured them up to 5 ounces, and then poured them into these. Yeah, these are 5 ounces. Then I took these and then poured them into our little 1 ounce shot glasses, and they fit just perfect.
In the
So-
1 ounce shot glass? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So we realized
turned out,
all of a sudden we drank a whole lot more beer than we thought
a
we had.
lot more beer than we thought we had.
Usually, how it works is you can a single brewery can offer up 12 ounces of beer
Wow.
samples.
Where's yours?
Per one person. Oh, he's already got it.
So
Well,
so you can offer up samples
Mhm.
at an event like that for up to 12 ounces,
Mhm.
and so that can be an ounce. That could be 4 ounces, 3 ounces, or 1 12 ounce, right?
Okay.
So, and that's what a single vendor. That doesn't mean a single event. That just
Right,
means a
right.
single vendor can
we're about
offer
to
you.
break the code. It's like Illuminati shit here. I'm ready.
So you get so what you're getting there is like they may tell you 1 ounce, but they're allowed to give you up to 3 to 4 ounces depending on how much beer they have.
Yeah.
If they only have 2 beers or 2, they can give you 6 ounces.
They all had that. They all had at least that.
Yeah, I think my first couple were like almost to the brim. I was
I'd like to give you my experience.
Okay.
Of the event. So we went in, and parking was a pain, of course. We had I had to park in front of some guy that he just wouldn't get out of my way.
good.
he was in second lane trying
Yeah.
to turn into the parking
Yeah.
garage.
What didn't work? We finally got in there, started drinking some beer, tasted some stuff that we like, some sours, some ales, some stuff, and then eventually we realized that these people they weren't going to like stop being there, but I had to pee a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So, are you an X-Men fan? You read some comics.
Yeah.
You're an X-Men fan?
Yeah.
I'm the best X-Men ever.
There's no X-Men mutant fact that allows you to pee anywhere.
Well, let's have this conversation right here, right now. So, normally a human has 2 like tubes. They go from their urethra to their bladder. I have 4.
Okay.
I'm the worst X-Men ever. So I have 2 from each. So I pee a lot. That's my X-Men name. I pee a lot.
I feel
Yeah.
it's the worst X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear he was there. He was like, hold my cup. Like
Yep.
every like 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes. Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I just give it to him, and we go along.
Yeah.
And
If you were the Oklahoma section, the bathrooms are a long ways away from the Oklahoma
no,
section.
they had some. They had
had
some.
Oh,
some
the porta potties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
porta
right.
potties.
Yeah.
I went there. I did actually go
I
there.
went there more than once. It was a good deal. But anyway, we,
like they used your bathroom stall door as a fan. Would just like it would like rotate air through the whole place.
I wasn't a fan. I was just twisting in circles, like spinning really hard. It was fine. But yeah, the porta potties. That's like my home turf. So we always end up going back to there.
Yep.
I end up giving our producer Kyle Smith, aka Smitty,
AKA the DD.
AKA the DD.
Yeah. I end up giving him my cup every time. I'm like, here, hold this. Right?
Right.
JJ, hold this. Somebody hold this. And I end up going and drinking the beer,
Mm-hmm.
and then coming back, and then meeting with everybody.
Yep.
And that would be like the highlight of the deal.
Well, what was funny is like towards the end, when I was feeling the effects of all the consumption,
beers?
the multiple
Oh.
beers,
Yeah.
I was like, I kept telling people, I was like, now, don't fill this all the way up because I'm wanting to taste as many as I can, but I don't want to just be like plastered and not know what I'm tasting or care.
Do you remember
So
the
I'm like,
Cheers guy?
just like hit me at the bottom, like just a little, like just about an ounce or two.
Do you remember the Cheers guy?
Yes. Oh my goodness. There was a guy that just kept going.
He's
Cheers.
like a Hispanic
cheers.
dude.
Yeah.
Just
Oh.
Hispanic. You remember this guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
He remembers.
He just kept like, I mean, multiple times.
Yeah.
We'd just be like in line, waiting for he'd be like, cheers, cheers.
You wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, that was it.
That was
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh.
Somebody's gonna-
And I like to think back that I was having intelligent conversations, but I'm just hoping I was,
Yeah, I do that all the time.
because I was like,
At this point, I'm hoping this is an intelligent conversation, and y'all can understand anything I
camera.
say.
this is
So-
Look at the lights,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
hopefully we're not digressing into a drunken history that show where they're just like,
You're at least impressed by the lights, right?
yeah.
We got some stuff going on. We're trying.
No, that's great. That's
Right.
great. This is, it's a great table, great lights.
Yeah.
Great beers.
You bring up all. Go ahead.
So now, this is not a stout.
This is a red ale.
Okay.
They hopped it up, which is kind of one of my favorite styles.
Okay.
And how I got hooked on a red ale was it's actually Fat Tire.
Ooh.
Had come up with it was called Red Hoptober.
That's a
The
great
red ale
name.
was my first homebrew ever.
Yeah, red, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
red Hoptober. Reds are more malty. They have
Okay.
a maltiness to them. And I found that Fat Tire's Red Hoptober, the blend, the maltiness, and the hops were amazing.
Hey guys, so unfortunately right there at about 56 minutes in to the video, the audio cut out. We actually had about another hour and a half of footage, but that was it. We still got almost an hour full of footage, and to be honest, it kind of went downhill from there. The more we drank, the worse the questions got, but we had a lot of fun with Dave, and we really appreciate him and Vortex Brewing for coming to visit us and giving us some of their great glasses. They will be opening in Ponca City, Oklahoma in the next few months. Be sure to check them out if you are ever in the area, and you can sit down at their bar, have a couple beers, take a growler home, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. So again, thank you, Dave. Thank you, JJ, for helping do the podcast, and thank you very much, Smitty, for sitting there for 2.5 hours listening to three drunk people. And I know that probably wasn't great, but yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody, and I appreciate everybody that watched the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. This is a new channel, the Bearded Button Bashers, so we're trying to get it to grow. We appreciate you guys. See you guys next time.